Hi there, this is John Lance, and this is my screencast for the social media tool that we are exploring. I chose Pinterest because I'm quite familiar with platforms such as Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and various Google platforms. And Pinterest has always been something that has been recommended to me, and especially in the education world, teachers have suggested going to Pinterest for different ideas or things to do in the classroom. So I'm very excited to explore. Once you create an account, you have to follow various topics. And as you can see here, I followed a few, education being the one that I'm obviously most interested in here. And once you follow the topics, you can go to your home and there are pins, I believe they're called, for posts on those topics, and they can be different people's websites. Some are ads, but you can, like this is sponsored by Progressive Insurance, but you can pretty easily tell which are useful and which are not. So as you can see here, this is just a pin that says, a school administrator may say to you, if you don't sign the whole IEP, we can't give your child any services. That's not correct. How to consent to some parts of an IEP and not others. So if I was interested in that, I could save it. And once you save it, you choose a board, and we're going to get into that in a second. But I've created two boards here. Both are education-based. One is Classroom Ideas and the other is Special Education. So since it's relating to an IEP, we'll go ahead and save it in the Special Education board. So you can do that, and then once you go to your profile again, you can go to your boards. And you can see I have my two boards here and things that I've saved. So this is Classroom Ideas, and these are just things that I thought were cool. 16 best classroom Pandora stations as recommended by teachers. Some bracelets. And this is from Teachers Pay Teachers. So if I go to this and I open it in a new tab here, it'll bring up the Teacher Pay Teacher website. So if it's something that I would like to do, I could easily use Teacher Pay Teacher through Pinterest, which is something that's fairly cool. But there are also things like this. We can go to this website, and it's just going to be basically a blog of classroom ideas. So, some safety precautions for Pinterest. I'll start by saying that Pinterest is something that I see as a tool that I, as the teacher, would use for classroom ideas like I have here, different things in special education that I might find interesting. I wouldn't have my students use it, especially because I'm getting certified in elementary education. I don't think it's something that that age children should use. I could see how it might be useful for the higher grades, but I don't think it's something I'd use in my classroom. I think it's something that I draw ideas and inspiration from. So back to safety precautions. If we go to messages, if we go to this, I can see terms and privacy, and it's going to bring me to a different window. And up here we have terms, privacy, community. And I was reading over the privacy policy. You can do it yourself if you feel so inclined. But it's basically acknowledging that it shares your information, it tracks and shares your information, has cookies, and all of that we've learned about previously in this course. And I like that it's there and it's out there, and it's being pretty transparent with its policy, so you know what you're getting into. So again, as a tool in education, I think it's something that, like right here, let's check this out. I haven't even seen this yet. Theme versus main idea. And I could see this and say, wow, this is pretty cool, and then draw inspiration from it, and maybe even use it in my classroom. I think at its core, that's what Pinterest is going to be best for me. Right down here, 10 IEP terms to know. And I think overall, it's going to be a pretty good platform and a tool that I'm going to use going forward. Any worries or concerns, I don't particularly have one. I know what I'm getting into because of the privacy policies and all that. So I don't think I have really any for myself using it. One other thing is you can follow people or different topics. I haven't done any yet. See, your following feed is empty. And it's not something I think I'm going to delve super into. But as we can see, I'll do one. So I followed We the Teachers, and then it's going to build my following feed. So this might be a good way to simply cut down on what I want to look at. And this is just various teaching pins and posts. I can go through those and decide which ones I like. But what I really like about Pinterest is I can go right into the education pin, or the topic rather. And then right here it has topics related to education. So if I want to draw ideas for classroom management or even special education, I could click on those and specifically go to pins relating to that. So say I get a job and I really want to get a lot of good classroom management ideas. I could go here, we can go to behavior management, clip charts, behavior plans, and then once you go down, more classroom management ideas you love. So overall, I think this is a pretty good tool, social media tool, one that I haven't used before, but I can see why teachers use it. It seems to have a pretty big teacher or education following compared to really what I've seen in various other social media. And it's going to be something I definitely use in the future. Thanks for watching.